All right, hi everyone. We are in car reviews. We got the Warren brothers here and the Grudge in the back, my girlfriend, and we just got done seeing
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. Oh, and it was scary. I liked it. So what do you think?
I liked it.
Were you scared?
Uh-huh.
Were you scared?
It was, oh my God.
Taya, get up here.
I was like, oh.
We're gonna get a little opinion from Taya. Taya, were you scared?
No.
You weren't scared?
No.
Yeah, she was scared. She was scared. She was gripping me. Anyways.
It was about a family who moved into a house, and then also it was about this other family, a woman and her husband, who investigate
Paranormal
activities.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Warrens.
The little child's name?
I don't remember the name of the family that it was happening to.
Yeah, I don't either.
But anyway, so pretty much like at the beginning, you got two stories. Like the family moves into the house.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty much like a normal scary movie, where
the typical, like
they
move
they
into
have
the
to
house
move into a new house, and people don't like it, and whatever. They explain the Warrens and how they're paranormal investigators, and then
honestly, it had all been done before. I mean,
not at the same time. I've never seen the paranormal investigators and
the family. It felt a lot
cool.
kind of like Insidious. I mean, it's by the same guy, but what I mean is like in Insidious, it's like the same thing. There's like the family, they move to the house, there's the haunting crap's going on, and they get freaked out, and then they call the paranormal investigators, and they come over. In The Conjuring, it's actually more kind of about the paranormal investigators, and then in Insidious, they get called in.
It was cool because it was like both stories happening simultaneously, and then they converge, whereas I feel like in a normal movie, it would have just been either the first story, and then at one point, the paranormal investigators come in, or like it's the paranormal investigators, and then at one point introduced to the family, but it was both of them at the same time, and then stuff happens like hauntings and stuff.
It was kind of really predictable. Yeah, like I don't know, I just kind of felt everything coming. I was just like, I was like, okay, that's gonna happen, and then I kind of got the pattern down, because he was starting to do like the opposite of what every pop culture kind of scary movie does, you know, where you're like, something's gonna pop, and then he like wouldn't do it, you know, kind of not like a false scare, because it was
like wait for the scare.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool, but I kind of like halfway through, I was like, I got the feel of how he didn't want to do the typical stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I'm not gonna like knock him for it. I wish I wasn't a psychic and predicted all those moments, because it would have been a little bit more scary.
I felt stuff was coming. I wasn't like, it's gonna happen now.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that predictable where I couldn't predict the second. I kind of felt like every little scare that was like the bigger ones, you were like, and then it would like just be done, and then it was like cut to scene that's relaxing.
There was one part,
you know what I mean? Like it'd just be like, okay, the next day now, the scare's over, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Nothing really got to a high with me. I was never like, oh my God, you know, like I did when I first saw The Grudge, and I was like terrified. There wasn't very many moments where it was like a scare, where you're like, oh, I kind of wanted that towards the end. You know, I was thinking from all the reviews that the end was going to be super intense, and like I thought it was going to be consecutive.
It was intense, but it wasn't scary intense. It was just a different sort of intense.
I'm going to go ahead and say that, in my opinion, it wasn't really very scary.
There were some,
I wasn't really scared. It was just it was creepy. I guess honestly, this movie is just a build up, and then there's not really a like, normally there's like with Paranormal Activity, you have like the build up through the whole movie, and it's like kind of slow, and then there's the final act, and it's oh my God. With this, it was kind of just build up, and there was a couple of like medium, like I don't know why I'm saying medium, but it's like nothing super big.
And
I had heard that the ending was kind of weird, and that it kind of just ends. It's kind of blah, not a good ending.
Yeah.
And so as soon as the thing just sort of ends, I looked over to Taya and I was like, "This is the ending," because I've heard that it kind of just ends, and I pretty much can tell it's right here. But it wasn't like a typical scary ending where you're like, "Oh, there's going to be number 2." It was just like, "Oh, that happened." But I still like liked it. I sounds like I'm really, really knocking it. I just was expecting to kind of be a little terrified.
You were expecting a different ending.
Yeah. Moving on. So the acting. What did you think of the acting?
I liked the acting. There were some weird parts, and I don't know if it was because of the audience we were watching it with. Things that were happening were kind of dumb. Mm-hmm. And people were laughing at it, and I don't know if I thought it was dumb because people were laughing at it.
Yeah. Well, no, I think that was just the crowd just sort of ruined it.
I mean, it was kind of funny, but I bet if I was watching it in my own home, I wouldn't be like,
oh, that's stupid. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like...
Except for one part at the end.
Yeah.
The music in this movie was really kind of annoying to me. Like, I just didn't feel like it fit at some points. Like, yeah,
I know what you mean.
It's a period piece because it's based in the 70s, so, you know, they want to have music that sounds like the 70s.
You felt like it added a cheese factor to it. Right.
Well, for you, it would be a cheese factor. Yeah.
I mean, just like, you know, when there's like an intense moment going on.
No,
they play music like,
it didn't make me laugh.
Kind of like that.
It wasn't like
kind of
scared stupid.
Yeah. It's kind of like it though.
Yeah, it was weird.
There's like two people, so like some people would look at it and go, "Oh man, really? That music kind of pulled me out of it." And then there's other people that are like, "That is so kind of cheesy. It kind of creeps me out a little bit more,"
like
which is kind of what Insidious did with me. I recognized the exact parts that I feel like I know that you picked up on. Just whenever something would happen, and it's like, like heavy violin.
I didn't find it creepy. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I can understand that.
I didn't find the music creepy, and so it didn't like help me stay in the moment. It kind of took me out, kind of. But it was only like
for a second,
a couple seconds.
Because that music doesn't last long.
Yeah, the music.
He just does it in the initial.
Yeah, there's a couple scares in the movie that didn't really scare me because I feel like because of stuff like that, it got looked over. You know, I feel like scary movies, the way that they really scare you, unless they're like creepy movies or gross movies, is with the big startle you. It's like they should be called startled movies because, you know, you get that big noise or whatever and it goes, oh my God. Or there's like the one part where like the mom's in a bedroom and then like the picture frames on the hallway, like they fall off the wall and shatter on the thing. Well, the initial scare of it, like the big loud noise, I don't know, it just didn't scare me and I felt like it should have scared me because like girls and the people in the audience were like, oh my God.
Honestly, I think that might be my biggest thing with it. Why I keep saying, you know, it really wasn't that scary. It was really our crowd. They pulled me out of it a little bit because I was agitated through like the middle part of the movie. Towards the like last act of the movie, mostly everyone was better. They were still screaming, but the laughing kind of stopped. Like it was in the middle, it was like an all-time high. Everyone was like, ah! You get all the high schoolers in the back. And I'm like, dude, freaking, they should have their own separate theater.
Yeah, right.
I think all scary movies are, to be honest, really annoying to watch with crowds, which is unfortunate because, in my opinion, scary movies are you can only see them in theaters. Like that's the best way to see a scary movie. Preferably alone. Sound. If you could go to like the last showing in a big theater, that'd be ultimate. You know, with like one or two other people. Or
with a bunch of people that you know are going to shut up.
Yeah, because we had the most rude, obnoxious crowd.
Not do one of those things that's like, oh! I just got scared at that.
We had all those people. We had people turning on their cell phones.
Oh, really?
We had, people next to us turn on their cell phone. We had people straight up talking. We had people laughing.
I came over to you and was like, was that laughing in the movie? Or was that laughing?
No, it was all laughing in the theater. So if you're going to go see it in the theater, which I would just basically said, go see it in the theater.
Go see it
because
in the theater.
It's a scary movie and you should. Because seeing it,
if you have like as much as you can.
Yeah, because if you don't have the right setup at home, it'd be weak. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give it 8 spooky ghosts out of 10. I'll buy it. I will buy it because I buy movies. And I always love it when a above average scary movie comes out. I always got to represent and pick it up. I pick up everything. I got Sinister and Mama and all them. So it'll be another good one in my collection. I liked it a lot. I collect movies. Anyways,
oh my gosh.
What up with you, dog?
So I think that there were some issues with the sound or whatever, you know, the music. And then I also think that some of the scares that caused some of the scares not to happen. But other than that, I really enjoyed the story and I really enjoyed what happened and I enjoyed all the characters. So I enjoyed it. Go see it in the theater because that's the only place to see a scary movie.
Yeah, totally.
Just without the kids.
No kids.
So I don't think
if you buy a ticket and there's you go in the theater and there's like a shit ton of kids, go back out and be like, I want my money back or I want to see a different showing.
Maybe like high schoolers. Go see it in the
theater. If there's a bunch of toddlers in there, man, it's safe. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment
below.
Spook us.
I said that below. Anyway, spook us.
What's your favorite scary movie you've seen this year, guys?
Yeah, what's your...
The whole 8 of you that watch our videos, so at least one of you should comment and say, I liked...
Scary Movie 4.
I liked the movie It. No, I said this year. What's your favorite movie this year?
Well, you said It.
I like Mama. That was last year. What was your favorite movie?
Favorite?
Wait. That was this year, I think. Whatever. Anyways, check you guys later. Here's my butt. How you doing? What's your favorite scary movie, little girl? Do you want to buy a pony?
No.
No. Shut up.